Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Rhiannon. I'm with Simply Blessed with Free. I'm a Chalk Couture independent designer. If you see the red live button right there in the corner, that means I'm currently live. If you don't see that, then you're watching a replay. And if you could please comment #replay so I know that you were here. I'd love to say hello to you. Give me a few moments to do some admin stuff before we get started. When you come on, say hi. Let me know how you're doing. Hit that heart button and sprinkle the love. We are going to paint the other 7 ghosts that goes along with that little guy. So, give me just a second. Hey, Julie. Let's see, where are we? Right there. All right. Hey, Mom. Thank you, Julie. All right. I've got my glue. Do I have my... Okay. Yes, I have my little... All right. I'm good to go. Hey, Beth. So I have all the other little ghosts here, and we're going to paint them tonight. So I am going to, let's see, I'm going to put them in a line so that I know what I'm painting. Pretty much they're all the same, but I want to be able to differentiate which ghost stuff goes to. So I took a board and I put a piece of tape on it so that I can paint the little pieces without them going flying and all over the place. So I'm gonna put all the little pieces on here that I need to paint white. I think I might be able to fit them all on here, hopefully. And of course, the ghosts themselves will be white. So the paint that I'm using for the ghosts themselves and their little hands is just a white Waverly chalk paint. You can use acrylic, whatever you want to use. I'm just using this because this is what I had. I couldn't find my white acrylic. And for a lot of the little pieces, I'm actually going to use just paint pens. I love paint pens because they're super easy to use and they're easier to, I think, to manage the paint so that it doesn't go along the edges, which I'm going to get the edges. I mean, it's pretty much, it's a given, especially with these little pieces. But that's okay because you won't really notice it, I don't think. And this set is just for me anyway. Thank you, Kevin. So I'm just painting pieces white. White is the only actual paint that I'm going to use. The rest is going to be my paint pens. The paint pens are awesome for smaller things, not necessarily the bigger things. So we're not actually going to use a transfer tonight. We're just going to paint these little ghosts. I thought about doing a different project tonight, but y'all, I told you guys we were going to do the ghost tonight, so I wanted to hold to that. They don't take very much paint. I might do a second coat because it is white. All right. So there's a lot of little pieces to some of these. But they're all cute. You guys, right now there's a promotion going on that if you buy 3 transfers, you get a 4th one of the equal or lesser value for free. And that's only until the end of the month, you guys. So that's an awesome deal. And also, if you buy that bird kit, that cute bird kit, you get an extra free transfer added on. And I believe you get to pick between 3 different transfers. I know this is super exciting watching me paint, but I think these are going to come out cute. How are you, Jenneth? And I wanted to come on here and paint so you guys can get an idea of how I paint these cutouts that I make. Who would be interested in like a weekly cutout or a weekly craft box that I would put together? It wouldn't be one that Chalk puts together. It'd be one that I put together. So it could be a cutout with a transfer and maybe like ribbon, beads, stuff like that. Whatever you need to make a full project. What do you guys think of that? Here shortly, I'll be getting, yeah, same, Jenneth. Here shortly, I'll be getting a bigger laser, so I'll be able to cut stuff out faster. So this laser is going to be bigger, so I'll be able to do bigger things than I was able to previously. I know I've had requests for bigger pieces and wasn't able to do it, but with this laser, I'll be able to do it. It's supposed to be here on Thursday. We'll see. How is everyone's week going? Y'all are being quiet. You're not talking to me. So these ghosts right here, they come in a pack of 8. There are a lot to them. So initially last Sunday, I said I thought that I was going to do 18 for them, but I think I do 16. 16 for the set of 8. And they're super cute. I do still have the other ghosts available, so if you want those as well, I can do that. There's the Nerdy Ghost for $6, and then the other set of 8 ghosts is $12. And then this set is $16. I'm not sure I'm big on these foam brushes. I'm not big on painting in the first place. I'm not very good at it, but I'm not liking these foam brushes. Not for this anyways. So a lot of this I'm gonna paint with the paint pens. I just like the paint pens a lot better. They're easy, but I can't really do big items with it because it would take forever, and I mean, they don't have that much paint in them in the first place. Trying not to have to pour out any more paint. I think I might be able to get the last little bit of this guy done without pouring out more. Thank you, Maggie. I'll get you in a second. All right, there we go. There you go, Maggie. All right, so I'm gonna set those aside and I'm gonna paint the little pieces. So this guy has a pumpkin that he's holding on to. The pieces are super small on this one. So it's got little eyes. He has the full pumpkin face cut out. Now, if you don't want the pumpkin face cut out, I can always just engrave it, which I think if I were to do this again, I would engrave it and not cut it because it's such small pieces. Again, I'm just using the Artine paintbrushes or whatever they're called. I have Posca's and a couple other brands, but this is my favorite. It has a brush end and a little rounded end for painting. All right. It's going to be fun gluing these on. Especially this little pumpkin face. The pumpkin's going to be orange, of course. You know, I should have gotten like a brown for the stem. I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna leave the stem natural. I might do it brown later, but I think I'm gonna leave it natural for right now. See? It's so easy. So how has everybody been? Hey, right, Denise. Some of this I probably could have painted, but I really didn't feel like breaking out another color. Don't really need to go all the way to the top because it has another piece that goes on it. So you guys, with these paint pens, it's like coloring. It's so easy. Thank you, Tony. I'm gonna try to get these all glued. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to. I'm running out of time. It's taking longer than I wanted. Ooh, that's a pretty purple for that. I might get a couple glued and then finish up the rest of them on Thursday. How does that sound? Look at that purple. That's so pretty. Thank you, Lori. All right. The next one is candy corn. You guys, if there's any transfer that you guys want a cutout of, just let me know. I'll see what I can do. Especially once I get this other laser, I'm going to be able to cut the bigger transfers. The bed on this new laser is quite a bit bigger, but beyond that, it has a pass-through. I don't remember the order of candy corn, you guys. Is it yellow on bottom? I can't remember. Help me out, you guys. Come on. Oh, it's white on top. White, then orange. Well, we're not gonna do that. So it's yellow, then orange, then white, apparently. That's what the pictures look like. Yellow, then orange, then white. So I am going to put a little bit more paint in this, and we're gonna paint that yellow. The actual background. Shoulda known. Shoulda known. Okay, there is that. And I'm gonna take this, put that right there. And this is gonna be orange. Yeah. Yellow, orange, white. Yeah, yellow, orange, white. Orange. So we're just gonna paint this orange. Oopsies. It doesn't matter that I paint the whole thing orange because the other pieces are gonna sit on top of it and you won't be able to see it. Who else likes candy corn? I like candy corn. For a while, I really liked the autumn mix that had the chocolate, but I don't like those anymore. I like just the regular candy corn. Regular, good old candy corn. How did I still get paint on my tabletop? That's kind of a lighter yellow than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. Might have to do a second layer on it. All right, I'm only going to do these 3. We're going to do the other 4 on Thursday. Let me make sure these are all dry. All right, it's going to be fun, you guys. Some of these are really small pieces. I am so blind. So blind. So. Those are still a little bit tacky. Let me put these guys on. Just let me know that you want them and I'll invoice you. Now, when you get them, they'll be unpainted. I'm not painting them for everybody. I don't have time for that. Sorry, y'all, but I just don't. Go on there straight. Okay, Julie. Got excess on this side of one. A lot of excess. Okay. Ooh, I got excess on that too. See, that's why I don't like actual paint. All right, let's see if I can get this off. Probably should have taken it off first. This glue takes a minute to set, so it moves all of my pieces. See, candy corn. Oh, that's not on there right. I can see the orange. Right. You got it, Bev. Down a little bit farther. So there he is. Isn't he cute? So we've got the candy and then the candy corn. Next up we have a witch's cauldron. So this is just super tacky glue. You can use wood glue, you can use super glue, any kind of glue you want for this. I didn't paint part of it black that needed black. There we go. Still missed a spot. There we go. There we go. And then his little hands. I almost forgot the hands. That wouldn't have been very good. There's the cauldron. It's moved up a little bit. The cauldron. And the last one is the pumpkin. And like I said, we'll do the other 4 on Thursday. Should have plenty of time to do it. These are little bitty pieces, you guys. So I am going to set that there so I can kind of gauge where to put this stuff. Might need tweezers. These are so small. I don't think I have a pair of tweezers up here. I used to, but Alyssa steals everything. Let's see. I don't see them because these are super small pieces. Nope, I don't have tweezers, so we're just gonna have to roll with it, you guys. Hi, Sharon. Luckily, like I said, this glue doesn't dry very fast, and it dries clear, so even if I put it in a wrong spot, it'll be okay, because I can move it. Except for when it goes upside down. Okay. This little guy is tiny. So for Julie and Bev, do you want me to engrave the pumpkin face or do you want me to cut it? Do you want to deal with the tiny pieces or would you prefer that I engrave it? How are you, Sharon? Either way is fine with me. Just let me know, ladies. Cut, okay? There we go. So we've got the pumpkin, the candy corn, and the cauldron. So on Thursday, I will do a bat, one that says boo, a witch's broom, and a spider. So that's all for tonight, you guys. I'm way over time. Once I get these all painted, I will post a picture of them done. I really didn't want to post a picture of them undone because there's so many layers to them. So I'll post pictures probably in after Thursday night's live. Thank you guys so much for coming on and hanging out with me. I'll get those cut for you, Bev and Miss Julie. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys. Have a great night. Good night, you guys.